beasts we become on the field of battle. How poorly we conduct ourselves in the fog of war. We can't even see ourselves. The parameters, the rules of engagement between social justice activists and the skeptic / alt-right coalition is skewed. The skeptics want you to believe they don't care about justice like we do. And yet, when you criticize toxic masculinity, they scream misandry. When you call someone out as Uncle Tom in a universal sense, not just anti-black people, even though I guess that applies. But trans people who engage in the vilification and marginalization of other trans people who don't pass muster, non-binary people, these political arguments make us all war criminals. These these little skirmishes on Twitter and YouTube, each side screaming for justice. One side screaming for justice for rape victims in the first world, the other screaming for justice for rape victims in the third world. One side screaming to protect those accused of rape, and the other side crying out for the protection of those making the accusations. But make no mistake about it, politics, all politics, are about who you feel deserves justice. I feel like the fucking edgelords hold us to these fucking standards. They invite us into the arena And they throw down a sword with no edge. And they say, don't say this, don't say that. In the morning, they'll make edgy jokes about Sean King being a white man in blackface. And in the evening, they'll cry out when you call a black conservative a fucking Oreo. I guess you need to make up your mind then. Do we each get a blunt sword? Or are we both going to fight with the fucking business end? Because I have no interest in arguing with one hand tied behind my back. If you care so much about free speech, if you're so angry about us getting offended, don't bitch to me when I'm not PC. When arguing against you. I confront people on their own terms. If you walk around flouting that words don't matter, words aren't a big deal, they're just words, words can't hurt. And then all your time on Twitter is spent bitching about how words have harmed you. They call me a racist. They call me a misogynist, a rape apologist, a xenophobe, an Islamophobe. I guess those words matter because they hurt you. I guess we have to tiptoe around your own brand of political correctness, your tribe's preferred pronouns. I have no interest in appeasing the tender sensibilities of Nazis or their fucking defenders. You want to step into the arena, get ready to get your blood spilt. Pick up the sword. But remember that I'm going to pick up mine too. And it's going to get gritty and nasty. Because I'm not going to take it on my back. I don't care what you've heard about social justice warriors. I'm a goddamn social justice warlord. I have come to pillage and plunder and burn down your fucking Nazi towns and to bust open your skulls and eat the gray matter and drink the blood of my enemies from your skull. Because I want you to be afraid of me. You should be afraid of the fury of the dispossessed. You should be afraid of the fucking revolution. You who defend the status quo and call yourselves rebels. You garbage scum who say it's rebellious to not be PC. It's rebellious to mock rape victims. It's rebellious to punch down. But you just keep in mind that it's much easier to punch up. And it may not be at the vanguard of the movement yet, but social justice warriors are slowly realizing that you can't wage a war with clean hands. Sometimes you're going to commit rhetorical crimes. You are going to fall beneath your ideals because the edgelords and the shitlords only know how to fight in the muck. And maybe it's just me because of where I come from, because of where I am. I know how to fight people in the muck. I know how to get down in the mud and blood and guts of violent language. So don't come at me with this bullshit. Don't say Uncle Tom. Don't call Ann Coulter a cunt. Don't come at me with that. Don't tell me to bring a stick to a motherfucking gunfight. You want parlay, we can do parlay. You want politeness, I can do politeness. But don't you put shit in my mouth. Tell me to chew, swallow, and smile.